Hi, I'm Mal, and this is Miniature Warriors. Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today's game sees us playing a tabletop figure game, the Punitive Expedition into the Northeast Frontier. But just before I go into that, I'd just like to have a quick chat about how the game works. I've mentioned that we play our Parliament, one of our three roles, on Discord, and we meet basically once a week. Inside Discord, we've actually set up our government. The government consists of the Prime Minister, the First Sea Lord, the Chief of the Imperial General Staff, and the Chancellor of the Exchequer. Now, as the Prime Minister, I was elected unopposed. I've actually also appointed a speaker to control the debate in the actual Parliament. But here's just a glance of what we actually have or how we control that business. Here's the channels that we actually control or have set up inside Discord. Each one of these effectively equates to an actual office. Then what happens is we go online and the Member of Parliament can move a motion. As an example, a reinforcement bill that we need to raise X number of troops for X campaign, and off we go. And we actually debate this. Online. So, and it's a hoot. It is great fun. Now, this graphic here shows you only 6 of us online. It was a bit of a lighter night, but that's part of the fun, is you're not certain exactly whose vote you're going to get and who you're not. And we're all out for ourselves, to put it bluntly. But anyway, that's just a glance into how we actually play the game. Next week, I'll probably have a chat about and show you some of the documents that we use. But anyway, let's get on to today's game. Today's game sees us moving into the northeast frontier. One of the things that occurs in the campaign system is that there is a dice roll for the northwest frontier and the northeast frontier. And you can end up with incidents that occur. The Parliament then has a choice to ignore it. This adds to the political tension in the area. Or you can launch a punitive expedition. The punitive expedition is besides the actual normal campaigning that's going on. And if the Imperials fail to win the resulting battle from the punitive expedition, there's a political modifier that goes on to all the provinces around, or all the colonies around or adjacent to the colony where the punitive expedition, or frontier, where the punitive expedition occurred. Anyway, this game today is a punitive expedition into the northeast frontier. Anyway, I hope you enjoy.
It was early April 1870, when Captain Heath, on detachment from the Riverbend Rifles to the 4th Foot, was tasked with commanding the punitive expedition into the northeast frontier. The region had been in unrest, and a local bandit chieftain, Madona Khan Singh, had been raiding towns and villages across the local region. Madona's success in these raids has seen his stature rise amongst the natives, and it was rumored that he now commanded a force that posed a threat to imperial rule. Captain Heath had been tasked by the commanding officer of the 4th Foot with bringing Madona Khan Singh to heel. He must be either captured or killed to stop the unrest from spreading. For his task, Captain Heath has been allocated 3 platoons of infantry and an Indian screw gun. The Imperial column, after pushing its way up country, got rumour of Madona Khan Singh's location from a local informant. Heath deployed his troops in an extended line and swept towards the village where Singh was believed to be hiding. But just as the British had finished deploying, screams rang out to their front right. With a sinking feeling, Captain Heath realised he had walked into a native ambush. A wild panic gripped the Imperial infantry as masses of native bandits charged into their right flank. Rebel units, one after another, came hurtling forward, the shrill shouts of the natives as they charged reverberating along the steep banks of the stream. The Indian platoon on Heath's right took the full impact of the native charge, putting up a desperate and hard-fought defence. Many stout and brave sepoys were cut down, and blood-curdling screams cut the thick humid morning air. The Indian platoon's sergeant was one of the first to fall, attempting to rally the younger soldiers of the command. As this was happening, Madona Khan Singh released the remainder of his rebels who had been in ambush in the trees across the native centre. Volleys from the soldiers' Martini Henrys thundered out, as the natives swept down the intervening slope. As the Imperial platoons struggled to contain their fear, the Indian screw gun deployed and quickly lobbed several shells towards the charging rebels. Although the shells landed amongst the native infantry, it had little effect on their sweeping charge. On they came, swords brandished high and blood-curdling screams on their tongues. Captain Heath, who had taken up a position near the screw gun, at this juncture, ordered the 4th Foot platoon to wheel to its right, sending it along the friendly bank of the stream, to relieve the embattled Indian platoon. But before they could assist, the Indians broke, throwing away their rifles and streaming to the rear and being hacked down as they turned away. The disintegration of his flanking platoon and the ferocity of the assault on his centre was unnerving. At this point, a stray round, no one could tell if it came from friend or foe, struck Captain Heath. He fell backward, tumbling over the trail of the screw gun. His pith helmet, bearing the proud regimental crest of the Riverbend Rifles, slipped from his head and rolled away into the long grass that lined the edge of the stream. It would later be retrieved by a rebel and presented to Singh as a trophy. But Heath would not know of this. As he lay there, staring at the bright blue cloudless sky above, he listened to the sound of battle swell to a crescendo as more rebel troops smashed into what remained of his small column. His last thoughts were of his doomed column and of the lush green fields of home. His battle was done, and Singh would live to fight another day.
Another great game. Very quick. The poor old Imperial column didn't stand much of a chance. But anyway, great game. Fun. We will push on with the mainstream campaign in our next video. Hope to see you again.